I for president, I for president, I for president, I for president. You like Ike, I like Ike, everybody likes Ike for president. Hang out the banner, beat the drum, we'll take Ike to Washington.
Since the advent of television, it has been used as a medium for campaigning. Oftentimes, the legacy a presidential campaign advertisement leaves is more memorable and well-known than the former candidate themselves. Various techniques, including inciting fear, backfire or attack ads, and biographical background, are recognized and used frequently by candidates throughout history. However, as technology shifts into the digital age, television audiences have dwindled and demographics have shifted. In the past decade alone, use of social media has skyrocketed. Pew Research Center reported in 2015 that the percent of American adults who use social media has grown from 5% to a whopping 65% since 2005. That being said, this means internet-based advertising has also increased. The people who frequent social media, however, are mostly younger people, with a reported 89% of 18 to 29-year-old internet users also using social media. This may be due to the integration of advanced digital technologies into younger generations' upbringing and education, creating new generations of digital natives who are comfortable with these technologies simply because they've grown up with them. However, older generations may have more difficulty integrating into the digital shift and learning how to use digital media because they lack exposure and savvy that comes from using a computer from the age of 3. These people would be considered digital immigrants. So what does this technological shift have to do in a political sense? It is no secret that voter turnout in this country is embarrassing, and even furthermore among young people. However, the 2016 presidential campaign has shaken that up. Candidate Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont, a firm independent, is running for the Democratic nomination. Often considered a socialist, he has raised 99.98% of all of his campaign finances through donations rather than super PACs and other groups. And 86% of that is from individual contributions. He spews leftist, extremely progressive, liberal rhetoric, is 73 years old, and the least likely person to ever become president. And a year after announcing his nomination, he's still running, which is more than most of the more favorable candidates can say. He has already won the majority of delegates in 20 states, which is remarkable. This has been characterized as a political revolution because he was never expected to make any headway against Hillary Clinton, who was expected to easily earn the Democratic nomination unopposed. Sanders has dumbfounded many who thought he had no chance, but the bigger question remains: how? One element that has led to Sanders' unexpected success is social media. Bernie Sanders' use of social media is comparable to President Franklin D. Roosevelt's use of radio to broadcast his famous fireside chats, when radio first became popular to engage Americans personally, in a new way. Radio brought Roosevelt's message right into people's living rooms and allowed him to humanize himself. Use of social media in presidential elections reaches people where they really are these days, on their phones. Although other candidates do frequently use social media, their outreach is out of touch with the audience of largely younger people that they're trying to reach, resulting in meaningless, weird posts like this, and trash talk that includes Donald Trump giving everyone he tweets about their very own adjective, compared to engaging, thought-provoking bites that young people can share and feel engaged. By encouraging political revolution, branding himself as extreme, dramatic, revolutionary, effectively engages young people and appeals to millennial frustrations. By taking advantage of the digital shift and the underrepresentation of digital natives in elections, Sanders has encouraged democracy and political participation to a forgotten generation. No one knows what the outcome of the 2016 presidential election will turn out to be, but this election is going to go down in history as a monumental shift in how politicians campaign. But more importantly, what will become of treasured campaign commercials?
Kerry voted for the Iraq War, opposed it, supported it, and now opposes it again.
These things come from atomic bombs and they're radioactive. They can make you die.
Let's never separate again, Bob. Never again, Ike. Bob. Ike.
Voten ustedes por el Partido Demócrata el día 8 de noviembre. Que viva Kennedy.
And many more that we've grown to love. We'll just have to wait and see.